Hello friends, today we are going to learn poem number 2 from section 2. Look at the title, The Sower. What is sower? The person who sows the seeds. Of course, dear friends, sower is the farmer. India is a land of agriculture. India is a land of farmers. And farmer is called of the father of the whole world. विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, शेतकरी हा संपूर्ण जगाचा पोशिंदा आहे. शेतकऱ्याने जर पिकवलं नाही, शेतकऱ्याने जर धान्य बाजारात आणलं नाही, तर संपूर्ण जग उपाशी मरेल. शेतकऱ्याला साऱ्या जगाचा पोशिंदा बोललं जातं. फादर of the whole world is a farmer. Now today we will see the poem about this farmer. But before that we will try some icebreakers here. Make a list of words related to agriculture. So many: farmer, farm, seed, water, tractor, cutting, grass, fruits, juices. So many words are related to farming. Here in the second activity, discuss the activities carried out by farmer. First is plowing. After plowing, what does the farmer do? Yes, soil preparation. Then planting of the seeds. Harvesting. The next activity in our country, engineering, teaching and medical fields are much sought after. Means people seek these jobs after again and again. For example, engineering, teaching and medical fields are very prestigious. They have important in the society. But other professions, occupations, though they make a significant contribution to the society, do not get their due. They do not get their proper return. Here farmer, highly unpredictable economic gains. Sometimes farmer gets nothing. You know, when you go to market, suppose you go to goldsmith's shop and want to buy ornament, the rate of the gold is fixed. You cannot bargain with that goldsmith or that shop owner. But when you go to farmer to buy vegetables, you bargain, you demand that fruit or vegetable in low price. So farmer's job is highly unpredictable. Economic gains are not certain. Then conservancy workers, yes, no respect for his work. Then other also you can add. For example, housemaids, kamwali in Marathi, Hindi. Housemaids, no job security. The next, sportsmen, shorter duration of professional life. Hawkers means vendors. They go on selling various, for example, fruits and other things on road. They are called hawkers. Uncertainty in business. So these are the icebreakers. Now again here is flow chart. Agriculture is the backbone of the Indian economy. Fill in the boxes supporting this statement. Complete the web diagram here. Agriculture, the backbone of India. One is done for you. You have to fill 3 boxes. A large part of Indian population is involved in agriculture. We can write here, agriculture contributes about 17% to the total GDP of India. Again we can add, agriculture provides employment to a large number of people, about 60%. Then agriculture is the main source of income to the export of agricultural products. Please write down this note in your notebook. This poem is written by Victor Hugo. Actually, the original poem is written in French, and the original writer of this poem is Victor Hugo. He was a poet, novelist, and dramatist of the 19th century. Was the most important of the French Romantic writers. Though regarded in France as one of the country's greatest poets, he is better known for novels as Notre Dame de Paris, written in 1831, and Les Miserables in 1862. And this poem is translated by our Indian writer, poetess Torulata Dutt. She was a Bengali poet, also known as Toru. She wrote in English and French. She was born on 4th March 1856 in Kolkata, and she is considered to be the first Indian poetess to write verses means poems, in English and French. She translated dozens of poems and completed a novel before her death at the age of 21. Now see, she wrote so many books and also so many poems. She translated many French poems in English, and she completed her novel Kadambari in Marathi before the age of 21, because at the age of 21 she died. Now, The Sower is a translation of Victor Hugo's poem Saison de Semelys Le Sawyer. It is translated by Toru Dutt from French to English. The Sower is a poem about a farmer who is sowing seeds. He has seen many bad harvests in his life. However, he is so optimistic of having a good harvest every time he tosses grain. Farmer is always optimistic, but he is attacked by the nature. Sometimes drought means no rain at all. Sometimes heavy raining. This year you might have watched news on television that many crops of farmers were washed away by the flood. And sometimes even when he gets too much production, surplus production of his crops, but he doesn't get enough price for his crop, because to decide the price is not in the hands of our farmers. That's why the uncertainty of farmers' life is continued. Now let us read the poem without explanation. First we will read the poem. The Sower. Sitting in a porchway cool, sunlight I see dying fast. Working hours have well nigh passed. Shadows run across the lands, but a sower lingers still. Old in rags, he patient stands. Looking on, I feel a thrill. Black and high, his silhouette dominates the furrows deep. Now to sow the task is set. Soon shall come a time to reap. Marches he along the plain, to and fro, and scatters wide from his hands the precious grain. Muse I, as I see him stride. Darkness deepens, fades the light. Now his gestures to mine eyes are august and strange. His height seems to touch the starry skies. This is the poem. Now we will see the poem stanza by stanza in detail. Look at the first stanza. Sitting in a porchway cool, Sunlight I see dying fast. Twilight hastens to his rule. Working hours have well nigh passed. Farmer is sitting in a porchway. Sunlight is dying fast, means sun is going to set. And the twilight, look at this picture, twilight. His working hours have well nigh. Well nigh means just about to finish. This is the condition. Next stanza. Shadows run across the past. The shadows run across the past, but a sower lingers still. Sower is still in his farm. He is lingering, just walking here and there, checking around. In Marathi, फेर फटका तो मारत आहे. He is old in rags. Look at his clothes. He has got old. He is in rags. His clothes are torn out. Patient he stands, looking on. I feel a thrill in my mind. Farmer is hopeful. He is looking at the farm, and this is the condition second stanza describes. Then third stanza. Black and high his silhouette. Silhouette means his figure, his shape of the body. Due to hard work, he has got black color. Though he is high, his silhouette dominates the furrows deep. They are called furrows, trenches. He is working hard and digging furrows, so dominates the furrows deep. Now to sow the task is set. He has decided to sow the seed. So sowing task is set. Soon shall come a time to reap. And he is hopeful after sowing the seeds, he is going to cut or reap. Reap means to cut the farming, that is cut the crop. मराठीमध्ये याला बोलतात लवकरच कापणीचा हंगाम येईल. तो होपफुल आहे, आशावादी आहे. फार्मर्स हमेशा ऑप्टिमिस्टिक रहता है. उसको लगता है एक न एक दिन हमारी कंडीशन सुधर जाएगी. नेक्स्ट स्टांजा. Marches he along the plain, just he walks fast along the plain farm, to and fro. To and fro means here and there, and scatters wide the seed from his hands, the precious grain. Muse I as I see him stride. Stride means to walk with long steps. Farmer is sowing seeds. He is scattering the fresh grain in the soil, and he is just walking to and fro because he is sowing the seed. Darkness deepens. Throughout the day he works, and he works till the sun sets, and then darkness goes deepening. Darkness deepens, fades the sunlight. Now his gestures, facial expressions of mine eyes are august. His gestures on his face, writer says, to my eyes, is I see that his facial gestures are very impressive and strange also. His height seems to touch the starry skies. Look at the stars. There are hundreds, thousands and millions of stars in the sky. He is just sitting and thinking about tomorrow. He is looking at the stars. There are hopes in his eyes. One day or the other, his condition will improve. Now he is very hopeful about his future. This is the end of part 1. Have a nice day, dear friends. Again, if you have not understood the complete video, the poem, go to the beginning, listen to this video again and again, try to understand the whole poem. If you do not understand, then you can contact me anytime. It is not possible for me to translate the poem in Marathi or in Hindi every time. I think if you do not listen to me in English, your English will not be improved. The poem is in English. I will try to explain in English itself. If I use Marathi or Hindi, yes, you can understand, but you will not be able to answer activities in English. So it is my request, try to listen to it carefully. In the second part, we are going to solve brainstorming activities, appreciation of the poem, and summary of the poem. As we have seen these two topics, appreciation of the poem and summary of the poem in the first poem 2.1, that is, remember, Cherry Tree. Okay, this is the second poem and first part of this poem ends here. Thank you. Bye bye.